Hello again and welcome back to another video. This time I'm playing Supreme Commander allied with a friend, Rio. I must warn you I'm not very skilled at Supreme Commander, especially when put alongside Rio, who is, in my opinion, very skilled in creating almost perfect defences. So let's hop in and you can see what we got up to. Now as you can see, we're selecting to play against two normal AI in this game and Rio has turned the nukes off. Right, here we go. Alright, let's get... Now it becomes quite obvious straight off the bat that I need to brush up quite a few bits on this game. As you might be able to see here, I'm sending my commander to take up as many of the mass extractors as possible. Mass wells, not sure if that's the right words for it. I sent him out to claim too many, and I probably should have stayed in my own area for a bit more, just to help build up my economy, build a bit of defence, and well, I think there's just adding too much on here. I mean, I've added air factories to be built at the end there, and he's not very fast, as you can see. He's very slow. Now, I've got to get a decent energy farm going. So this is my first attempt to getting my economy going, and I'm not very good at it, but a little bit of time I will get there. Most of what I've learnt for this game I've learnt from Rio. He's taught me almost everything, and I still continue to make quite big mistakes, usually regarding the economies. I can't get enough mass or energy. One or the other usually lets me down. Right, as you can see, I've got some air factories being built. For me, they're usually a primary defence, and I'll mass build the Geminis, which are fighter and bombers, meaning they can fight air and land units, and I'll build these until I'm able to build some gunships. As you can see, my commander isn't getting very far right now. Ah, yeah. Tech trees, one of the biggest things I always forget about, and it's quite important. You've got to get as much unlocked as possible. Mass extractor is quite important. Sorry, mass converter. That's what my energy farm is for. We're a bit limited on space on this map. This isn't a map that I'm very used to, but I can make it work. Research is going a bit slow. We've got our first factory. Get all the add-ons on and they'll help to start up my defence. Come with anti-air turrets and shield defence. Wow, it's quite early on. We're only what's that, 4 or 5 minutes in, and there are air units coming at me already. Now, he's being taken out. This is no problem. I started off with a few anti-air turrets, but what they'll tend to do is keep sending them while I'm building units. whether that's to aggravate my units, lure them away, or just to simply bring me down as quickly as possible before I get built up. Now, as you can see, my commander's made it to the bridge, made quite a few mass extractors. Very, very slow. Get that engineer building some more air turrets and build up my defence. It might take a little while. I don't really have much time, but the more defence I can get built up, the better. See, there you go. As you can see, I've got Geminis going into my build queue, and hopefully they'll start to build up. Now, set them on patrol, because I've been told that if you just leave them to move out to the stop point, they will just sit.
Commander under attack.
And it makes them an easier target. Whereas if they're on a patrol, they're always moving, harder to take out.
Commander under attack.
Units coming after my commander. I haven't got enough points to upgrade my commander, so I'm going to have to retreat him and see if I can't figure out a way
Commander
before
under
they
attack.
destroy him to get him out of the way. At this point I've only got 3 air units,
Commander
but further
under
in I've
attack.
got anti-air turrets, so if I can lure them back towards my base, they'll be taken out like that. See, they sent the units over, they've lured away my units, and it's making it a little difficult for me. Looks like they're trying to regroup with some of the other units. But anyway, we get the commander building, get some turrets going and create a better air defence. Now, I know I should probably build some land defence. On a bigger map where you've got water, it's harder to defend against all 3, but we've only got 2 here. If I concentrate for the moment on air turrets, I shouldn't have to worry too much about land units thanks to my air, with them being bombers as well. Now, as you can see, I'm struggling with mass. And with more units trying to lure me, my air units away. I don't know if you can tell, but the patrol that I've got my air units on is a bit wide. Probably should have brought that in a bit more. I've got air units trying to get into my base and they're being taken down straight away. Research points. Now we've still very few research points, but we've got shield defense. And once they're over turrets, they'll help defend them a lot better. It's all well and good just setting up a decent defense, but if you can't protect your defense, be taken down almost as fast as you put them up. But again, struggling with maths. I'm not going to be able to build any, not quite yet. And because I'm low on maths, I need to pause a few things, let it build up. I've got an engineer to the right there who I need building some research centres. And once they start building, I can reinforce my units, air units, make them stronger. Because they're my primary units, I need to think about them, update their research tree and make them strong, much stronger than the opponents. Because as you can see, they've been lured away again. Now once they've been lured away, it's actually quite hard to get them to follow orders and move away. They only seem to concentrate on attacking. So some of my research stations have managed to build now. This is where I'm thinking about getting some point defence, because they've got a few land units. It may not be affecting me much now, but as soon as they decide, right, we're going to send all these units at you and you're not going to have any defence against it, that's when I'm just going to go straight down. So I need to think about it now. Now I wish I'd had a look more at what Rio was building, because all of a sudden you look and his defences are up, and how do you keep up with somebody that can just build a defence just like that? Absolutely amazing. See, now we have mass converters. I haven't got much mass coming in, but if I can get some built, carry on building an energy farm, I should be able to get my mass rebuilt, built up a bit. I'm also building them a few spaces apart, because if they are destroyed, it doesn't just destroy one of them, it destroys everything linked to it. So 5 units would be destroyed in one go. Or if you link them all up and you've got 25 units, that's all of them gone in one go. At least this way it leaves you with a backup. And mass conversion, we actually have it going, and we'll be able to get everything building again. Slowly, yes, but we'll get there. Those mass wells I sent my commander out for at first won't be important anymore. Not provided I can get some more energy wells going. as you can tell, they've started a forward base, and my units are still on the same patrol. It's dragging the might over there every single time they start to rebuild or send more units out, and they're being lured away, destroyed one by one. I need to get them away, and I need to figure out a better patrol. Unfortunately, I'm a bit slow at realising these things, and I suppose once I get used to it all, I will, you know, I should be able to go straight away from one thing to the next. It's like my economy, yes, great. Oh, air units, I need them going too. What's going on over there? I need, see, we've got a mini map as well, and I always forget to use that too. See, I should have just given up on these units. These units are lost. I may get them away a little bit, but I'm fighting a losing battle. As you can see down at the bottom there, there's a large air force heading in towards Rio. And another one seems to be heading down too. But yes, they took all of my air units out. Now I can get my commander focusing on some more anti-air turrets, including adding some point defense against land. Ah, there you go. Red, our opponent has actually brought a decent air force in there. It's a bit worrying. So I know you only got a small glimpse there, but Rio's defence is just wiping them out really quickly. Absolute fantastic defence. And I have no doubt that he would be able to build forward very easily, move from one section to the next, and be able to just move forward towards them, stop them from defeating him, sending even more units in. See, I'm not familiar with the races in this game. I usually just focus on being the same one. I play as a Cyberans, and I've become quite familiar with them. I only stuck with them once I realised the naval units can actually walk on land once you upgrade them enough. Silly reason, but that's the reason. Get some of that research done, and then have I changed the route? I don't think I have. I don't think I changed. What am I doing? So the patrol, I need to move it back in, but they're still being lured out. So they've managed to build a small forward base there. And there's not enough of my units to take them out. And we've got a few additional air units coming out with us. think that might have been, was that the gunship? If we get them building enough, then fingers crossed, that will work me a decent patrol. And as you can see, my commander's been doing a fantastic job. I've been having a few mass issues, but he's still keeping at it.
Commander under attack.
Every unit that he can get built up is much better for me. Now, seeing as I'm building up some more units, get a new patrol going, just set outside my base limits. They're well defended by the anti-air turrets. Up top there as well, they're trying to sneak through, they're just being taken out straight away. Now, as you notice, I didn't really do anything more to start building any more of an energy farm, and I should really be thinking of something like that quite early on. But like I say, I completely forget about these things, and they get away from me. Most of my mass converters are nearly built, and I'm going to need that energy very soon. I mean, I know I'm getting to 99,000, and I won't actually know how much I've got for a little while, but as soon as I use the mass converters in one go, they'll hit something like 60, 70 or 80,000 energy cost. Which isn't bad when you think about it, but it all adds up when you need to use it 2, 3, 4 times in a row. There we go. Get the additional bits of my energy farm going. I'm not one for making it look pretty. So long as they do the job, it doesn't bother me. Whereas Rio does tend to have a habit of making them look as neat as possible sometimes. And as you see, he's got some short range artillery there. It also appears that they've tried to build forward on it, just in front of his base, and he's just wiping them out. Artillery, land units, air units. See, Rio has got everything in his defence. When he puts his mind to it, he usually has no issues. On occasion we do play versus, and usually he does beat me. Well, not just you, it's almost always he beats me. That's usually because of his defense. I can't break through. As you can see, they're building further forward towards my base as well. You can't have that. Now I've set my air units to go and attack these enemies in order, and it's made no difference. They're barely moving. Now, we're 30 minutes in, and I've got a decent air force going. I've managed to get my economy going. I know it's not a good time frame, and in the meantime Rio has been helping to defend me. As you can see, his air units there, just leaving from the top of my base. But I've managed to get them going. I don't really understand what I'm doing here. I've got patrols going, I don't need more of them. Oh no, I do, I remember what I was thinking. I'm trying to set up smaller chunks of air units to patrol out at the front of my base. Slowly get my commander to move forward too. But at the same time make sure there's enough room for all units to come through if they need. I mean, I still haven't focused at all on using any land units, but there's still time. See, I don't need to research nuke defense or nukes. Rio turned them off, so that's not an issue. And I don't think that there's any benefit to having those units, at least not while nukes are unavailable. Rio defending me there again. But as you see, I've managed to get quite a few gunships out to work alongside the Geminis, and they're doing quite well on their little patrol. This is the point. I had to try and draw in as many units as I could. And I wouldn't have been able to win that fight without Rio's help. As you can see, Rio's now got a NOAA cannon, which allows him to build units of multiple types and then just launch them over everything into the opponent's base, or anywhere on the map really. As you can see, the MVP of this game is definitely Rio. His air units are defending with no issues. His Noah cannon is taking out their forward base and being of little to no use. Once again, my research tree is going a bit slow. But we'll get there. I wanted to get long range artillery, get that running, then I could just focus on bombing them from afar, basically. That hasn't really worked. My energy farm's coming on quite nicely. As you can see, I'm adding a few defensive points. I can't add the units there. Sorry, the shield defense there, because they're touching the mass converters, they will explode it also. Going back to what I was saying earlier on, build against the mass converters. As soon as they get shot and destroyed, they will destroy anything also touching them. Now that's not just limited to the mass converters, it includes any structure. It will be both your defensive points, energy factories. It would, as far as I'm aware, it would destroy factories as well, air factories or land factories, things like that. Thinking about shield defense finally, with very little mass. Now I realised earlier on there was a point defence right in the middle, and it's just been irritating me a little bit. Give my air units a bit of an upgrade. As you can see, my energy farm's coming on quite nicely there. And I've got quite a lot of air units coming through. Mass conversion going, and looking like about 8,000, sorry, 6,000 or 7,000 a time. No, I was right the first time, 8,000 a time. But my energy is suffering. Taking me back down to 90,000, which is all well and good. I think I was just waiting for it to build back up. Now, I've got quite a decent amount of mass. For a while that shouldn't run out. But once again, I'm failing with my research points while Rio is flourishing there. Oh, they've got experimentals. We need to take out their factories before they can roll on us. It's a bit early yet to be sending all of my units in once and make or break it, but I don't feel the risk is worth it yet. Whereas I can focus on these smaller forward bases, take out what we've got, build up my research a little bit and make my units a little bit stronger. And then once I've done that, take them all out in their actual base. I'm spamming the units that I want them to destroy first. I'd like to think that it makes them faster at destroying the opposing unit. They seem to fly around a bit more when you only click it once. And more of the, in this case, the shield generators I can get rid of the better. Rio's sending a lot of units in again with his Noah cannons. See, the Cyberans don't have anything like that. Each race has its own unique traits and abilities. Mine appear to be things like the Navy being able to walk on land. I mean, obviously we're on a map that has no water right now, it makes it zero use to me. But it is an advantage nonetheless. Just not on this map. Rio's got his defence on point, he's got short range artillery taking everything out he can. His units that he sent into Red's base using his Noah cannon actually made a massive dent there, taking out about a quarter of the base. Now, had we put nukes on this map, they probably would have overwhelmed us. The last game we actually played was on one of the bigger maps. I think it's a 4v4 map with the two of us allied against, again, 2 AI normal. And I think it was about 20 minutes in, they started bombarding Rio with nukes. And somehow Rio managed to survive through the entire amount of nukes sent. I mean, they were sending them nearly 1 minute at least, and then increasing from there. They were aiming specifically at Rio, and my defence was poor in comparison, but gave me time to build some more. base. As you can see, I'm taking a chance now, just going straight into the base, see what I can take out. Spam clicking again. Now I know that the quality goes downhill when you zoom in. I mean, this video is not doing very well right now with that. But there's a lot more detail when you zoom in. It's good fun to watch. Here comes Rio with his no cannon. 87,000. We don't have enough energy going yet. And I don't have much space to build any more energy farm. Now, one of the things I always forget to do is upgrade my ACU. I usually get caught out quite early on, as I nearly did earlier on. I got lucky, I didn't lose him. For those that maybe don't play Supreme Commander or are new to it, your ACU is your commander, but if you lose him before he's upgraded, if he's destroyed, he actually goes nuclear and destroys everything around him. Now, there is an upgrade to prevent that, and it just makes it so you can move him into any area. If he does happen to get destroyed, which is not great, but if it does happen, we won't actually destroy anything. So once again, I'm trying to send my air units one after the other, and they're very slow. Now, as you can see, Rio's having a good time in Red's base. Managed to take quite a bit of them out. But ultimately he's not managed to get much further than he was before. .146 units. That's not too bad going. And all the while building up a new defence there.
Commander under attack.
Send a massive amount of air units in and destroy anything that they send at me. It's quite a decent fight to watch. It's good to be on the winning team. For once as allies, it does feel a lot better than facing off against Rio. So I have won a couple of times here and there. Now I don't know why, but I kept forgetting to upgrade my ACU for a while. decent amount of units. They're making a difference now. Get on top of the experimental factories. Get on top of destroying their engineers so they can't continue to make any more units. Got onto a fantastic win. Spam clicking again, it's actually bringing the units in closer. So there is a benefit to spam clicking against them, but it does make a lot of difference. So now you can barely see anything. It's a good fight. I need to stop zooming in. Now, as you can probably see, I'm constantly changing my mind on what I want them to focus on attacking. I must have chosen about 4 different units for them to attack there. They seem to bunch together, the more destruction they actually seem to cause, which is great. It's for a faster job cleaning it all up. There we go. We're at 50 minutes and purple is almost wiped out. As you can see, there's only a few units left on the map. Yeah, a few more than I expected. See, they've got an engineer there starting to come on. See how fast they move when you start to spam click a unit. So now it's my turn to help Rio and head in to take out some of the red. So now you can't hear the audio, but at this moment in time during the game, we are actually using headsets as well. We can hear each other talk. And I do recommend to anybody who's going to play something like this that they talk over the microphones and coordinate as best as you can. try my best to listen to what Rio's telling me. Sometimes it just doesn't work, but I try my best. Red is almost wiped out already. The main base is out of the way. Rio's taking care of that. But we do still have that experimental factory there, and a couple of experimental units to face off against. One experimental factory left. I'd forgotten about purple, they're still on the map. I don't think they have anything to rebuild with. We did try, I think we did try to get rid of the last engineer they were sending in. As you can see, it's coming to a close. At this point there's no way that either of our enemies can come back. Just take a look at that defense of Rios there. You see he's got his no cannons in place, they can launch anywhere. He's got shield generators all around his base there. It's just amazing. Just there on the right hand side, his main base where he first started, heavily defended. Puts mine to shame. And knowing him, he probably had his economy up and running within about 5 minutes. Right, it's just down to the chasing of the last units now. But I think it's time to say, if you have enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give me a like. And if you're not subscribed to me, please click the subscribe button and get me a few more followers. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and until next time, enjoy yourselves.